Ah, it's
We need to
okay.
like regather. Counting so much. Okay, BRB.
Okay. Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Media Access News. I'm about to be interviewed by Channel 12. I already have the microphone on and everything is here set. So, um, I'm gonna do the interview, and if you're in New York, you could definitely check out the News Channel 12. If you have Facebook, you could check out News Channel 12. Make sure you guys share this this video. I appreciate everyone tuning in. Um, it's based on the video that I have put up with the two women being assaulted on the New York City bus transit. So I wanted you guys to at least get a glimpse. But it'll be on Channel 12. So if you got Facebook or if you're in New York, you could definitely check it out. Make sure that you guys also share the video with the lady. That's a very sad situation. Um, situation. But I'm already here sitting down. I got the mic on me, just waiting. I was hoping it didn't rain. Like,
Yeah, I mean it's like so weird out right now. It's like hot, but not.
yeah, like muggy.
But just look at me.
Okay.
Spell your full name for me, just so I get it right.
Julio
Okay.
Rivera.
Okay, cool. And so you live here in Florida.
Somewhat, you could say.
Ish. Okay. So tell me, literally, just like sequence of events on Monday. What were
Well,
you
on
doing?
Monday, I was getting on the bus going uptown from 161st Street in Grand Concourse. And as I was getting on the bus, there was an old lady with she had like a injured foot. And as she was trying to get on, two females had got on before her, but they were scuffling to get inside the bus. And the one of the females had stepped on the lady's foot, and they started arguing about her foot being stepped on. Then the one of the Spanish ladies started cursing at the old lady, and telling her that she doesn't care, that she stepped on her. They was going back and forth, and as they were going back and forth, after maybe like 2 minutes of arguing, one of the young ladies uh, came out through one of the exits on the bus and ended up getting next to the entrance of the main entrance of the bus and started arguing with the old lady. And you could say maybe a few seconds later, older man came out, and when he came out, the the old lady had came out as well, try to get in the way of them arguing. But then one of the Spanish ladies with the glasses ended up grabbing the old lady and started hitting her, like brutally attacking her. And then that's when the lady's daughter, that's her daughter, ended up attacking her as well. So after they were attacking her, they hit her a few times, and they broke it off. They stopped attacking her, got back on the bus, and took the child that they were with and exit out through the back entrance of the bus and left the scene. The old lady stood there asking the bus driver, why didn't you call the police? And he was on the phone, I guess calling his boss. The lady went looking for the NYPD. By the time the lady brought the NYPD, the bus was already not in service, investigating what happened. They went on the bus, looked at surveillance on what actually happened, and made a report. And that's when the MTA transit supervisor came and also had a conversation with the old lady about the attack that took place.
Unreal. So like, back up and like, so like you just told me the facts because that's what you see on video.
Yes.
You are also on crutches. Like, kind of from your perspective, kind of just like, what was going through your mind when you saw this from like number one, like the little step, you know, that it took to fire this off, and then kind of as the bus ride continued and you started to record, like tell me, like kind of go through your thoughts.
Well, my first, well, I didn't have a reaction until I was getting on the bus. But when I noticed that they were arguing, I kind of like stood there because normally people argue all the time. But then when I seen that one of the Spanish ladies with the glasses was getting closer to the older lady, I seen that this possibly could have gone somewhere. But at the same time, me with my foot being crutches, as much as I wanted to get in to do something, I knew that I couldn't. And watching this lady get verbally attacked this way and not be able to do something, I felt bad. And then watching her get physically, brutally attacked, I felt even worse that I couldn't get in the middle and I couldn't break it off. Because this old lady could have been somebody's mother or grandmother, you know what I'm saying? So I think it was uncalled for, and I don't think she deserved for that to happen to her. You know what I mean? And
We were just talking about, like, there's few things, like, we see people arguing, start yelling at each other all the time. Close
yes.
sport, you know what I mean? Especially on transportation, everyone's pissed, everyone's late, everyone's, like, annoyed, you know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
But there's few times that you see something this bad. Like, I mean, have you ever seen anything?
Yeah, I mean, I see it all the time, but I don't think it's ever escalated like this. Because it's like I said, it's an old woman with a foot injury, and they stepped on her, and then they verbally attack her, and they don't expect her to become emotionally distressed to the point where she feels defensive. And then she's not only arguing with one person. She's not only arguing with one person, but she's arguing with two people. And then there's a child on the bus. So I just think it was uncalled for. And I think that the two females should have been more wiser in realizing that they not only had a child, but it was an old lady. And it was verbal. And they should have just apologized instead of it escalating the way it did.
So you were there when the police got there?
Yes.
Did you get them the video, or did they talk to you? I guess it's a witness or anything?
Nah.
Okay.
They were more concerned in getting the surveillance that was on the bus already.
Makes sense, yeah. And I guess for you, like, you know, this is something on Monday, but like, literally you're here today talking about it.
Yeah, I mean, I've been more concerned because I was able to interview her on my own on my YouTube channel. And she had a few bruises on her. And I explained to her that she told me she didn't feel anything, but I told her that she may feel something the next day. She was bleeding from her mouth. What bothered me the most is I understand that I couldn't help her, but nobody at all helped her. Everyone was too busy watching what was going on. If I was in a better condition, I strongly believe that I would have got in the middle to try to prevent something like that from happening. So I feel bad that I wasn't able to.
Because it was also like, it seemed like all verbal, just like them, like everyone screaming back and forth,
and a lot of
then all
cursing.
of a sudden,
Sudden. It escalated more when the young lady came out through the back of the bus and got in front of the bus. Because now you're arguing with two people two different sides. So that's why the old lady grabbed her stick and lifted, because she don't know where it's gonna come from. But I realized that it escalated when the old man got off the bus. That's when they took the advantage to grab her and start abusing her. The old lady even lost her glasses. She has vision problems, and she wasn't able to see as well as she's able to see with them glasses on. So she basically lost everything she had that day.
even as someone who's seen like some shit on the bus or like trained or who's seen crazy things, but like even you. Like I feel like you're even saying like kind of like not your message to the city, but kind of like your message to other people right now is like what? Like
My message to other people is, don't ever let your emotions get the best of you. And when it comes to someone older than you, I think you should have more respect. When it comes to the elderly, always remember and recognize that you have a mother and grandmother, and you wouldn't want that to be done to them. And it's best to most of the time just walk away, because things could get escalated. And the most important thing, don't get into any verbal conflict or physical conflict with your child, because you're not only endangering yourself and someone else, but you also putting a child's life at risk in this situation, because this could have went totally a bunch of different ways if nobody was present and it was just them three. I don't think anybody would have seen it. I think it would have been a lot worse.
yeah.
So I think that people need to think and not let their emotions get the best of them, and just be more respectful and more mindful of the elderly and disabled.
And you know, you were saying just before we started, you know, you were even telling Francie that you were like hoping to like either see her again or like find her or like.
Yeah, I was willing to go and look for her, but being that, you know, my condition with my foot, but I had the idea that if she sees this, she would come forward and want to say her side of the story. Like I said, I was able to interview her on my YouTube channel, so if she sees me, which I hope she sees me, she would definitely recognize me and know who I am, and know that I'm just trying to bring awareness to her situation, and I hope she's okay, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And then real quick, sorry, you said the beginning you didn't catch the beginning of like the actual stepping on the foot and then.
No.
Okay.
I must have missed that by like a few seconds,
I got you.
because it just happened so fast.
Immediately, like,
Yeah, because I'm trying to get on the bus, and as soon as I was off the bus, they were already talking. As soon as I got on the bus, it was just it escalated.
So I wonder if they even said sorry or anything.
Nah, what happened was the two females got off of the back of the bus and went the opposite way. So basically, they fled the scene. And, you know, that's when the NYPD started looking for the surveillance inside the bus, because as everybody knows, there's surveillance in the bus transits and on the train. This is not something that you're just going to get away with.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, and I think police told us they're still looking for them, so
Hopefully they would, I'm sure that they're doing
they're on it.
their job, especially because a child was
Yeah.
involved.
Yeah.
It could have went a total different way. This is not the first time something like this happens. It's just the first time I personally witnessed something like that. You know what I'm saying? And I was the only person out of so many people that was out there that were the only actual civilian that is not a part of the authority in any kind of way, that took the time to go up to her and talk to her, you know what I mean, and make sure she's all right and find out exactly what was going on before, you know what I'm saying?
How long, like, was it going on before you started recording? Ish.
You could say probably about 10 seconds or less.
Okay, so you were, yeah, because when it
Yeah.
starts, it's like already crazy.
Yeah, because I saw my opportunity to get on the bus.
Right.
Because people don't care if you have a messed up foot. They don't even wait when you're on a wheelchair. Like, they just want to get on.
Yeah.
And I saw the opportunity to get on. So, but this was just right in front of me. And that's when I started recording it. You know what I'm saying? And
So, after all this, you're hoping the woman's okay.
yes,
The police find the two women, at least
that are responsible.
Yeah.
Yes. And I also hope that the child that was there is okay. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I hope that the next time something like this ever happens and there are people there that are in better conditions than me and the lady that this happened to are able to get in the middle, you know what I'm saying, and do something. It wasn't like, it wasn't like it couldn't have been prevented. You didn't watch it. Yes, and that's why, like I say, in my YouTube channel, I believe in people uniting and accepting and respecting one another instead of being divided, no matter the nationality or the race or the gender or the lifestyle. You know what I mean? Be more mindful and be more respectful, because this could have been a relative of yours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just how I see it.
You just get some video of you, like, on your phone or, like, doing whatever.
Okay.
Just B-roll. So, what, like, made you start the... Actually, I'll ask you that one, sorry.
Okay. No, it's
Like, I
okay.
don't want you to talk while I'm, like... So just do your thing,
Okay.
chill. Sorry, just confirm what bus this was on again?
The one limited bus going uptown.
Got it.
Hey everyone.
So yeah, what inspired you to do the
YouTube
channel in
channel?
2015? Yeah.
I just wanted to have a channel where I could have a platform and give other people an opportunity to have a platform where they can speak about their life experience and be able to relate to one another. And like I said, I'm about unity and respect instead of dividing and being against one another, and I'm definitely against violence. I feel like we could change a community with just a few people. So if I could touch maybe 20 people, 10 people, then I feel like I accomplished something, because those people can go out there and try to do the same thing. So having a YouTube channel has allowed me to be myself and help other people in real life situations.
Like outside of, it's like amazing because I get to do that
Mm-hmm.
with my job. But I even think like, okay, well, outside of work, you know,
Mm-hmm.
I have all these skills. Our phones are freaking amazing
Mhm.
and take great video
Mm-hmm.
and sound and everything. You know, like I've even like, I've been thinking about it for like 8 years. So it's funny, I'm like meeting you because you just did it.
Yeah.
But, you know, for me to just start something just like that, talk about whatever I want to talk about with whoever I want to talk about it with.
Exactly.
Outside of, even though I tell stories every day, you know, and I'm lucky to do that because it's like, that's my dream, you know.
Exactly. And a lot of, I believe that besides like this type of job, a lot of voices want to be heard.
Yes, yes.
They just not given the opportunity to do so. So that's another reason why I have a platform, and I tell people you can do the same thing. And I always said that if I could have a gift given to me by anyone, it would be a body cam. Because people don't have no problems being interviewed and stuff. They just don't want the phone in their face.
So true.
So
Story of my life.
yeah.
Bring up the camera and they're like, no, 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 no.
Yeah, like I speak both languages, so I don't have a problem with asking,
Yes.
like, hey, how you doing? Do you mind if I have a moment? And I would let the person know, like, listen, I have a camera on me. Do you mind being on camera? It's no problem. But a camera on their face is like automatic.
I know.
Just that's a no-no.
Think you got room on your channel for this? I was told to go to the back of the bus, and because I didn't go to the back of the bus, I ended up in the back of a cop car. She works for St. Vincent's Westchester. She still works for them.
Well,
She's on tape. She's on tape telling me that she wants this.
you could probably send it to my email,
Bet.
and I have YouTube also, or Media Access News.
You got Facebook, right?
Nah, I don't really deal with social.
Alright, so I'm gonna just put your email in, and I'll send you the link because I uploaded it to the drive.
You know, and it's just something to think about. But that's a gift. I mean, I've been thinking about, you know, trying to get it for myself, but I'm like, you know what? If I get it for myself, I don't think I'm gonna be as ambitious as me getting it. You know what I'm saying? From somewhere
It's
else.
also like, you
Plus,
know,
I want to learn how to. I do want to learn on that trade of how to like do work like how you do it, but in a different way. Cause see, for me, I could go to like different environments or Louisville, New York.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes there's people on my have it recognized. You know, like
That's the thing. Like, that's what's so amazing about like,
I've done live videos with a few people. Cause there's people that recognize me from my YouTube channel in the street, and when they see me, they approach me,
No, I'm gonna
and it's
follow you
always
now.
it's always good energy.
yeah.
You know, and I speak
And
Spanish as well.
sometimes it's like, because that, like, I talk to, like, whatever. Whether I'm at work or not, that's just me. I talk to anyone. And that literally, like, says hi to everyone. Like,
Yeah.
here on this earth, like, with
Exactly.
for one reason or another, but it's funny because sometimes it's just such a genuine, like, amazing moment that bringing out a camera or bringing out your phone, it's like, not that it ruins it, but it's like, you're so in the moment.
Yeah, and you
But
catch
you
it
wish
as
could be captured, like,
right
you know.
there. You know what I'm saying? And like I don't really, to be honest with you, I don't really watch the news like that. Like I don't really watch TV like that unless it's like a show, whatever. But sometimes there may be a story, like I'm very observant, and I feel like that's why I want to do it, because if one channel gets a video of something, they put it out, then I notice that they take that video and they also put it out. So I feel like in my case, if it's like right there on the spot, I get to decide.
Yeah.
Like when you, like I was surprised when you guys had even like, I didn't think that it was gonna get anywhere. I wanted to bring awareness that something like this shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not something that I think that's cool, but I think it's something. But God works in mysterious ways, because the lady, oh, JAY RIVERA 326 at gmail.com.
You ever heard of an emulator?
No.
We'll talk about that.
Did it happen in the Bronx?
No, this is actually News 12 Westchester. I ignored it. It's just I find it real convenient, because if I had reacted the way they wanted me to react, I'd have been in worse strengths than I'm already in. But this lady works for mental health. She works at the same hospital I go to. Not only that, but everyone on the bus told the police that I was innocent. I still got tossed back to the cop. So it's like you're triggering me altogether. You want me to trip the fuck out. I sent it to News 12 Westchester. They ignored it. It was blah blah blah, fake news. But I'll show you a quick clip. Because I clipped it because it's a legal matter now. St. Vincent's kicked me out because I tried to bring this to one of their higher ups. I tried to bring this to one of their higher ups. So St. Vincent's kicked me out. And I'm like, no, you're not just gonna. Oh, it's because you want that seat? Now look, watch this.
People have no respect for the elders. It's sad with the world we do live in. What's up, everyone?
The News 12 is ignoring this. So it's always St. Vincent's because I'm mental. When she gets transferred to the next person, she says she was assaulted. But that was already a false allegation for the threats. As she sits there nice and calmly.
She also doesn't look okay.
She still works. She looks very inebriated. My point is,
Not okay at all.
she looks wasted out of her freaking mind. My point is, as soon as I try to bring this
Rags Dog, what up?
all of a sudden I can't go there no more. They're trying to sweep this.
Make sure y'all tune into channel 12 later on today. It'll be put up there. And most likely y'all can share this live.
Jurisdiction for now, I just okay, so jurisdiction for territory, so in 2017, I think it was 2018, they said a man was running into Terrytown Woods. Thanks to Clarkstown PD and Terrytown PD, that man was apprehended. Of course, how the hell did we cross that bridge when we go walking? Let alone me. How the hell did Clarkstown get involved? Let's pass that, because I don't have to sign up for no SO list. All they did was give me a resisting arrest, a time served. Because after all the dogs, choppers, goats, and meat.
Who else? Everybody was quiet. It's 8 people on. I appreciate y'all watching, though.
I'm jumping down in front of it. Last time it was a white lady who said, "Nah, I'm not racist, don't be wrong." But
Oh, I got that's fucked up no matter who you are.
they was like, come on, they do it all the way like screwing the bus. I am so crazy. My lawyer told me it's not good for me to even think about getting bail. Why? Because you made the top story last time.
I appreciate everybody tuning in. I did a channel 12 live interview just now. Yes, that's Jessica. News reporter from channel 12. Make sure y'all tune in tonight on channel 12, or if y'all got Facebook, put it up there. Make sure y'all follow it.
No one's gonna let this go type shit. Because they're so real, say this is quick to try to throw me to another hospital before investigating this woman who still works for them.
I did.
It's ISI.
Oh, hi. Okay.
Make sure y'all subscribe. Subscribe and hit the notification button. Please. So yeah, you see, like, that's a story.
Yeah.
If I would have, you know what I'm saying, like, It's people like that every single day. Like I've met people with real life story, and that's what I want to do. I want to be able to report stuff of things that people actually have experienced. I don't know if I could turn it into. I don't know what I could turn it into, but who knows? Like, it's easy for me to go around. There's people that are homeless. There's people that are going through things, and they don't mind talking about their story. They just want to feel comfortable enough to express how they feel, and I could relate to them in a lot of ways because I come from that environment, going through that situation. Like, it's not easy. People go through it every day. And it's so easy to just go up to someone and ask them, do you mind if I ask you a couple questions? Like, I guess it's the approach. Like, you know how some people just rush into, like, rushing, like, or just taking your time. You know what I'm saying? Into getting there.
It's like, I mean, definition of, like, what I hate about do that, but, like, running up to someone, mom, why the fuck? In what world does she want to? Who the fuck are you? Like, it's wrong. Yeah. How's your day, Claire? Good. Anyway, so that's my biggest pet peeve too.
Yeah.
Just like, yes, it's our job to try to see if they would like to speak about whatever it is, this, or the worst thing in the world, which is losing someone you love.
Love.
But be a fucking human.
Yeah.
You know? And it is hard if you don't look like, you know what I mean? But all I can do is like be genuine and like the approach, you know?
Yeah,
Just,
because
like,
I
be a
mean, you
human.
never know. It's like I believe that a person that always looks happy is actually going through something because there's a mask that's being covered.
Yeah.
You know, anything too good ain't good. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I see it when I see people. That's why I have that approach on them. You could put me anywhere. It doesn't matter. It don't gotta be me. Put me anywhere. And the easiest thing for me to do is approach someone. And if they speak Spanish, I speak Spanish very well. I'm Puerto Rican,
That's amazing.
but I was born here in New York.
Got it.
It's English or Spanish. It's just so easy. And what a few seconds can lead to without being judgmental. And just asking the right questions. I feel like if you ask a few questions, it'll lead to a story. If you asking 100 questions, like a lot of reporters do, sometimes they'll like ask you they don't give the person a chance to actually like I feel like all I gotta do is ask 5 questions that'll lead to an entire story. Cause they doing the talking.
Sometimes one.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Like,
saying.
So where'd you grow up? Like today, the guy I came from, I asked where'd you grow up?
Uh-huh.
And he said Lower East Side was the first thing out of his mouth.
Uh-huh.
I'm telling you, 45 minutes later. And it's amazing, you know?
And then it leads
and you
to
learn about his whole, I'm like, great, so that leads me to my next.
Exactly.
Now that I just learned all that, you know?
it's something separate.
Yes.
Something separate compared to
Time, man.
yeah, time is always
Letting
but
things like breathe and it's like breathe.
just never know.
Yeah.
Now, how could I get to the fall down? You're going to see it down there in the middle?
Where?
Get to the house, fall down, building.
Or the construction that collapsed that killed them.
Uptown, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, right here. Sorry, I'm like, where was I? I was just in South. Yeah. I was there.
They were fixing the top of the building and collapsed.
Yeah. Right
They think it
outside.
was two people. One Puerto Rican,
That's
one Mexican.
yes. Just go to work one day and you don't come back.
Hmm.
For like someone made that mistake. You know, if someone didn't dot all the I's to make sure.
Okay.
This young, you know how much it is? I hate that.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're in our own place here, and like,
But I do see. I mean, I do. I do see ways to change it. Me personally, because like I have ideas. Like I want to start my own organization called you too. Take care.
yes, 10 p.m. Honestly, I just ran out, and I just ordered new ones. I have, I think someone else is
Out of bars in that time. There are a lot of things in the street.
okay. This is my colleague, but we share the same stuff, so yeah. Email or phone.
I only go to bars in that time. There are a lot of things.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah. Be careful.
Oh, in the nighttime I walk in like this. 45.
Oh, there you go.
Nighttime, my bag, 45. I go to the bar and knock on the door. See a lot of dabbing in the club.
Hmm.
People might outside messages for me and whatever. I'm trying to think about it. I'm going to get by. Oh, that's 4-5. 17.
Great.
Como bari to stop with this?
Yeah.
I don't know this here. 305 is Junior.
Oh, right.
That's all. What are you going? How do you know that? They do police, they don't know that. They don't.
Yeah, well. Have such a good day.
15 years.
15.
Oh, the word.
God bless. Yeah, love you.
All right. Take care. Get home safe. Okay. Cuídate. Okay. Cuídate. Okay. Yup. Oh, it's getting wet, huh?
Alright, so YouTube is like the only, not like social media, but your only thing.
Yeah.
And,
You have the name of the.
I do. I have it in my
Okay.
email, but just tell me it again.
All Media Access News.
What does it say? All media?
Access News. I mean, I came up with that name because I'm like, I could be in New York, I could be in Washington.
That is true.
You know, like that's what I'm saying. I'm very creative.
No, that's
And I have a lot of ideas of things that I want to do. So I'll definitely keep that in mind. Yeah. You get so caught up. Like sometimes a person gets so caught up. And you attract people. Because you see how people just come and hey, like,
Oh yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like they were focused on the reporter than, so imagine if you were anywhere.
Right.
Everybody has an opportunity of doing it. You just got to give it a try. People used to be like, how did you start a YouTube channel? Like, what, you know, I didn't know what to say. I just said what was here
Yeah.
and my own experience. Because in order for you to attract people to speak about their own experience,
Yes.
you're going to have to,
share.
you're going to have to put a few things out.
So true.
And they have to be facts. Because people know when you're lying and they know when you're telling the truth. So I've been fortunate enough to always be very honest and straightforward. And that's why I've been blessed enough to have people subscribe, you know what I mean?
You know what?
And
That's why.
yes.
Then it's like, and like, why am I gonna come
Yeah. I mean, everybody's not going to love what you do. You're going to have people that
always?
disbelieve in you and envy you. But I pray for those type of people. And those people also motivate you to continue to do what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to deal with both sides. You can't just
You know what? It's like endless stories because there's endless people.
endless.
You know, like
Hmm.
that's fine. You know, you can't take it as like an L. It's like one person. You know, like that's fine. I'm gonna like think about you and hopefully you get through what you're going through. But like, if you don't want to share it with me, you know, moving on to the next.
Yeah, but you could run into somebody and interview them, and they may know someone in a situation. See, that's why I say I think. If you can, that's why I said if I could change 10 or 20 lives, I'd be good. Because those 10, 20 people will go in.
Domino effect.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
I started with 2 or 3 subscribers and ended up with 2,000.
Hell yeah.
And it grew on its own. I didn't have to, I just had to be myself. If you're looking for a real channel, something very realistic, something real, something where people deal with real life crisis, then tune in. If you're looking for entertainment, then, you know, there's other people,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Have fun with like every TV show ever.
Yeah, you know what I
We
mean?
have enough of that shit.
Yeah, we have enough of that. I'm not with that.
I think it'd be so fun.
So you could definitely do it.
What?
You could definitely do it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I need to just do it. And I need to have you on.
Yeah, for
That'd be
sure.
Awesome because like,
I mean, you have me on. It's like it's a whole
but
totally
also
different
it's such an
ballgame.
honor because that's like exactly like, not many people have that same mindset of just like connecting and listening and sharing. Like
Mhm.
some people obviously like their shows or their personality or whatever is just geared towards maybe something very specific. You
But
know?
in that situation, people pick and choose.
Yeah.
In this situation, it's like you could just decide.
Literally whatever.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's
Because
freelance.
it's also whatever it is, it is.
Yeah,
And you don't
and
know what it is.
I just realized like I'm a people's person,
Mm-hmm.
so it doesn't matter what nationality they are. Like everyone, it doesn't matter. We could talk about a million things that are actually going on. Because what's gonna make people talk the most now is
Yeah.
what's going on now.
Yes.
Immigration,
Yes.
homelessness. There's one topic that I've been wanting to bring up about the K2 that's killing a lot of people.
I was just gonna say overdoses.
I grew up around 125th Street.
Okay. so
That's
you
all
know.
over. So for me to go over there and interview, I could interview people that have experience and gone through it. I could interview people that are dealing with it as we speak
Yup.
and just don't know how to get out.
Yup.
So why do they stay on? Like it's a story
It is.
that people would tune in and watch and say, this is not what I see I see it in the street every day, but I don't hear their story. So that's why they become so judgmental. How you gonna judge someone and you don't know what they're going through and you don't know why they're doing it? And another thing, they may be getting what they need to do what they do, but they're not asking you, they're not robbing you, they're not bothering you. So why you judging them? They got a story too. You don't know what they're going through. So I am able to,
Be that like
yeah.
bridge,
And it's just to get them to talk to me. It's just,
I'm taking a photo of you because
okay.
these are like legendary. Like, this is like a legendary company.
Yeah, because you never know. You know, like, it's going to happen. I know God has a purpose for me. You know, so I just don't know what it is, but I know that it's going somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I know everything will fall into place. And that's just my idea. Like, I really want to get a body cam. Because people don't want the camera in their face. A body cam, they'll be willing to, they don't mind if I tell them I have one. But if I got the phone, like, they're going to mind that.
Yeah.
Because you don't know if they run it from the police. You don't know what they run it from.
I know, and it's like,
Even if they don't want to show their face, you can hear their voice.
yes.
This is not made up. And then it's me. I already have a platform. So everybody knows me. For all the years I've been doing it, they know me for that specific person. The people that have met me, that watch me and run into me, when they not only see me on YouTube, but when they see me in real life, it's like he's the same person he is on video. So I already have a platform. So it's already,
Yeah.
you know, and I'm sure people that are subscribed have their own stories. Or know people that have stories that may want to come forward. And who knows, like, you doing it, like, you may, on your spare time when you have nothing to do, like, you have days off, you can go travel
Yeah.
and go meet people. And it's like you doing your separate thing. That's how I see it. You got to, in order for you to move up, you got to expand. You can't stay within just that circle. Because like you said, there's millions of stories. They're just being unheard because they're not being approached in the appropriate way. So when these people in this situation are going through this and these reporters are just running up to them, it's like, what do you want? You know what I'm saying? Like, plain clothes. You don't need to be plain clothes. Like me, I would literally sit with these people that are going through this. I would sit with whatever it is, whoever it is. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be able to hear their story. If I got to sit and eat with them, if I got to sit and drink something with them, offer them something. You want something from them, but you're not offering them anything. Not even a cup of water. But you want something from them? Give so you can receive some. And that's just me. I don't know how other people think, but I know how to get to where I need to get. Because I have that mindset and I come from that environment. I have my own story. And my story is like really like,
I mean, I was gonna say there's a reason why, like.
yeah, my story
with
is
it,
really,
like-
yeah, my story is really, like, really, but, you know, everybody has one. It wouldn't be fair for me to want everyone else's without putting mine out. And that's what I do on my platform. I'll
Yeah.
put out my story,
Yeah.
and I'm sure a lot of people be like, wow, he's really, but I'm putting things out that are not only true, but things that people are afraid to speak of about themselves. So I know they're listening and they're watching. They're not writing and talking, but I know they're listening and watching and getting something out of it. Because if they wasn't, they would have unsubscribed a long time ago.
Yeah.
I don't do it for the numbers. If you want to get involved in this, I consider it a family.
Yeah.
Then you're on board for us to lead somewhere and maybe help somewhere. That's why I want to start an organization called Each One Teach One, where it's not only for adults, but it's for the youth.
Yeah.
And for people in juvenile and people incarcerated, where I can go everywhere and anywhere. These are stories. These are stories. You don't have to be a big shot to enter these places. You just have to have the right state of mind, the idea, the potential, the ambition. You just got to be ready to go. Like, I'm just ready to go. So when those opportunities come for me, I'm going to be ready to go. I don't have to think it twice. I don't have to even think about what I'm going to ask.
Right.
I could just go by observing.
Yeah.
And I already know what I'm gonna ask.
Yeah.
Even in Spanish.
Yeah.
So I speak both languages.
That's so
You know what I'm
deep.
saying? Like, so I'm good.
Yo,
It's
I'm
just-
so pumped I met you. This was like meant to be, I feel like.
Yeah, I
'Cause
believe
You're
so.
supposed to inspire me because I've been thinking about this for so long.
Mm-hmm.
And you have the same mindset as me. And I just feel like, over like, I would have maybe never met you. You know, like, it's just
Yeah.
so, like,
It just goes to show that God works in mysterious ways.
so true.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I believe in. And
Yeah.
I've been thinking about all of these things. I just never knew how they were gonna.
Yeah.
But when God has a plan for you, it's set. You just gotta wait. Because like he says, right now you don't know what I'm doing, but later you'll understand. I didn't expect my foot for this to happen to me. But I'm gonna be honest with you. Since my situation isn't great, but since this happened to me, certain opportunities, certain things, you don't know. Maybe this was meant to slow me down from something bad I was gonna run into. Because when I was great, I was speeding.
Swerving easily.
I was speeding.
Yeah.
Now I take my time. And I learned that God is teaching me to take your